Hello student, this is Dr. Neha Shroff, today in front of you from Faculty of Business Administration, GLS University. So we can understand that few lectures before we had understood the concept of permutation and combinations. Today we are going to understand matrices. So student, can you understand what matrix means? Where is it useful? How is it useful? So before starting with the theoretical concept, I would just like to make you introduce why matrix is used. I can say that if I have 2x plus 3y is equal to 20, second equation is x plus 2y is equal to 7. So suppose I say this is x is pen and y is pencil. So if we have 2 into x, that is pen, plus 3 into y, that is pencil, cost rupees 20. So same way I have two equations and I need to solve the number of pens and pencil. So I think we have learned this in elimination method. Again, we can use this by different method, and that method is called matrix. So what do we do? I know you don't know, but just trying to make is eliminating the numbers from the given equation, finding the values of this and resulting the equation in terms of x and y. I think this we can do it with the help of matrix. Further, we can say that nowadays we are used to concept of data science, many mathematical equations, huge equations used in coding, in computational work, production work. I think at railway stations also what we see on the screens. But what are this? These are the numbers. So the given numbers are being transformed into a systematic way that is called matrix, and we can use this matrix to solve many given problems and solutions. So let us move ahead. Matrix. So what is matrix? Matrix is an arrangement of numbers in rows and column. It can be one row, one column, or many rows and many columns. So the notation of matrix is either this way. I give the name to a given matrix. It can be any alphabets from A to Z. This is a square bracket, and I think we will not be using this curly bracket because this curly bracket are used for set theories. Next we have a matrix is denoted by a bold capital letter which I have shown to you, and the elements within the matrix are denoted by the lower case. Now how do we read these columns and rows? So this position says that it is first row, first column, the intersection value is given the identity of A11. So what does this one means? Let me take another example like AM2. So AM2, where M is the number of rows and 2 is the column number. So I say that this is the column and this is the row. So in short, what we have is, when we generalize the formula, it is M cross N. That means that I stands for M, that is rows, and J stands for column, that is the number of columns. Now what we say in this is that this is a given matrix, and for the given matrix I always have to know the order of the matrix. So this is called the order of the matrix. In the order of the matrix, we first need to write for the rows, that is the number of rows in the given matrix, and this n is nothing but the number of column in the given matrix. I hope you have understood. This is not the sum, this is the generalized formula that we are using for a matrix. A matrix is an arrangement of numbers in rows and columns. I think the same thing we have, this is for the row, this is for the column. Probably student, you are now clear. Three portions we have. First is the name of the matrix that we give. These are the number of the elements that we have it. And this identifies how many rows and how many columns does a matrix have. Next is, so let us now understand the order of the matrix. So student, I am giving you 1 minute time. Can you say the order of this matrix A? So the order of the matrix A is what? Because there are number of rows and number of columns. So a matrix A has how many rows? I think it has one row. And how many columns? Column means straight vertical line, seedhi line. A row means a slant, that is a horizontal line, and आड़ी line, whatever we can understand. यानी एक column है C1, another column C2, another column C3. So I should know what is the order of the matrix. I can say that M represents R and N represents C. That is the number of rows and number of columns. What we can say, for A, the order of matrix will be what, student? I am giving you 1 minute time again after this explanation. Well, the answer is 1 row 3 column. Clear? So this will be 1 cross 3. Can you tell me about this second row, second matrix? You can very well see that how many rows are there. When we say row, please try to do like this, that represents how many rows are there. So we say that there is row 1 and row 2, column 1 and column 2 and column 3. So a B matrix has 2 rows, 3 column. A C matrix has 3 rows, 3 column. I think probably by now you have understood clearly the order of the matrix. Let us move and check whether my answer is correct. Perfectly correct. So if you know the order, I think there are many more sums which are really based on the order. So you need to understand the base of matrix, that is the order of the matrix. There are many definitions for matrix. Definitions like with the number of the matrix, the elements of the matrix, the size of the matrix. So let us first understand the column of the matrix. A matrix in which there is only one column, and m number of rows, यानी एक ही कॉलम है और काफी रोज हो सकती है, and the generalized notation for the row is m. So we write m cross 1 for the column matrix. I think these are the examples of a column matrix. This is having 2 rows, whereas this is having 3 rows. 3 rows, 1 column. Here goes the next is a matrix in which there is only one row and many number of columns. यानी straight line काफी pillars है. Clear? So this is one row, column 1, column 2, column 3, and here we can understand that the column has n notation. So we can say that 1 cross n is the general formula for this row matrix. Students, these are the definitions which can be asked for one-liner definitions with examples, or you can even say for your MCQ or for fill in the blanks, we can ask these questions. Now comes square. So what do you understand by a square? Square yani this is same as this, this same as this, is same as this. Means all sides are equal. Here we don't think of anything all sides, but the main focus is for the row and the column. So we say that the number of row and number of columns are same. Clear? So here we say that A is 2, 0, 0, 1. For C matrix, well, what is the order of the matrix? We can visualize that there are 3 rows and 3 columns. So first row is called A, B, C are the elements of the first row. Clear? The last row has what elements? The third row has what elements? G, H and I. So can you tell me what are the elements of the second column? Those are B, E and H. So student, I think it is interesting that we have learned definition. Now goes by the word rectangle. Rectangle yani like this. Either this side or this side. So this is uneven. They cannot be same. So 2 rows, I think I have 3 columns. Both are not same. That is why it is called rectangle matrix. Next we have the transpose. Transpose, you just have to understand, you have a straight line like this, that is called vertical. If I transpose yani I keep it horizontal. क्लियर. सो ट्रांसपोज का दूसरा एक डेफिनेशन है, उसका नोटेशन है ए ऑफ टी. टी से पता चलता है कि एक सीधी लाइन आड़ी करते हैं या आड़ी लाइन सीधी करते हैं. सो रिमेंबर द मतलब, द डेफिनेशन दैट इफ वी इंटरचेंज रो एंड कॉलम ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स, this means that the elements which are in the row, A is a given matrix, the elements are 2, 3. If I make a transpose of this matrix, it will be 2 into 3. So if I can say I have this row, if I change it, it will change the position, and the new matrix that is formed, it is called AT, yani A transpose. It is well again defined by, denoted by A dash. Yeah, and we can even understand by this thing, that is the elements here are called Aij. Aij defines I stands for row, J stands for column, and the interchanged are the transpose. Next we have types of matrix, that transpose of a matrix. The examples are here. This is a given matrix. Well students, how many rows and columns are there? First understand 2 rows 3 columns. तो उसका आंसर क्या आएगा? 3 cross 2. This matrix is defined by A, whereas this matrix will be denoted by AT, or you can even write A dash. Now, how do we understand this thing? Why are they transposed and how are they transposed? This row, this first row is kept as first column. So, we have 5, 3, 1. I think there is some mistake here. There's some typing mistake. Please excuse me. This will be 5, 3, 1 and it is 6, 4, 0. Please excuse me. The answer is wrong. Typing mistake. Clear? So, AT is the transpose of a matrix. Now, another main important point to be understood here is that the order of the matrix, this was 2 cross 3. A is having an order of 2 cross 3. I tried to interchange. Simply the order of the transpose is 3 cross 2 and that is why we have written down here. I think समझ में आ रहा है ना बच्चे क्या हम पढ़ रहे हैं? Okay, next we have certain properties are there. A plus B यानी addition of 2 matrix. So A plus B का transpose करते when we add 2 matrix, we'll be learning. But when we add 2 matrix, that total is same as individual transpose. Again, the product of the 2 matrix, AB का transpose करते we multiply 2 matrix is reverse. इसमें reverse हो जाता है. Clear? Same way K is called the scalar. Well, I'll be explaining you the meaning of scalar also. So, scalar can be going out and we can do it. Now, if I say, just to explain you, this is the matrix A. This matrix has A is equal to 3 and 2. I think it is how many rows and column? 2 rows, 1 column. Take the transpose of it. What is the transpose? The transpose is again defined by A. So, when I take the transpose, interchanging rows into column will give me this result. But suppose if now I take the transpose of this, तो क्या हुआ? A dash का वापिस transpose करते हैं तो 3, 2 हो जाता है and this is again 2 cross 1. So, what we understand from this, that transpose of a transpose will give the original matrix. Please don't by heart this thing, just understand, try to write any random number, you can do the sum. Clear? Well, we move ahead. छोटा एग्जाम्पल तो करना पड़ता है because without practice maths cannot be learned. So maths needs practice. So let us practice this. This is a given matrix A. This matrix A is given. So what we will be doing? Taking the transpose of it. मुझे पता है A का first row, 1 row, 3 column will change into 3 rows, 1 column. तो मेरी values क्या हो जाएगी? -3, 0 and 4. I have taught you the meaning of T. T यानी ऐसा है, उसको ऐसा कर दो. Clear? Simple logic. And next we say, this is, oh, इतना बड़ा matrix. Don't get worried about it. This is first thing is identify it is 3 cross 4. So what will be this? 4 cross 3. So let us try what will be the answer of this 4 cross 3. The 4 cross 3 answer will be first column change into row. We get 5 minus 3 minus 5. Second column -3, 0, -4. Third column 2, 1 and 2, and the last column will give you -5, 4 and 2. So what we observe here is now there are how many rows? There are 3 rows and 4 rows and 3 columns are there. I hope these are sufficient for you to understand. I think let me check whether my answer. Oh, छोटे sums है, 6 marks के, 5 3 marks के. I think we are done with this thing. Self analysis खुद try कर लीजिए. क्यों try करना है? क्योंकि मुझे सिखाया गया था कि A ट्रांसपोज का फिर से ट्रांसपोज लेते हैं तो वो आंसर आएगा. So if you have time, if you want to practice, again try to take the transpose of this. Let me try for this. When I'm writing 6 marks, this will turn to -3, 0 and 4. Okay, my answer is correct. So this is how when we study maths, please learn how to check whether your answers are correct or not. Let me move. This is the generalized formula. 1 का first sum I have done. The transpose हुआ 1 and 2 and this thing. Probably try to do all this sum for practice. Moving ahead to next definition, that is symmetry matrix. Symmetry matrix is a square matrix. Now we will always, for few more definitions, we'll keep the word square matrix. बार बार स्क्वायर को डिफाइन नहीं करना है because we have already understood the square matrix will have same number of rows and column. Will have same number of rows and column. So when I say that this line is changed into this, यहाँ पे आपने देखा है कि इसका ट्रांसपोज लेते हैं तो ऑर्डर ही चेंज हो जाता है. Whereas here the order will be 2 cross 2 and 2 cross 2. But that does not mean that it is square, symmetric matrix. But when I take the transpose, the elements also are the same. Matrix होती है ऐसे, कई डेटा हमारा ऐसा होता है कि हम when we write this way and we take the transpose, we get the same result. Clear? So what is a square symmetry matrix? A square matrix in which when we take the transpose, the result is also the same. So here let us try with one example. ये मैंने डेमो के लिए वापस रखा है, हम ट्राई करते हैं. ये -3 है तो -5 -3 -5. Second column -3 0 -4. Third column -5 4 and 2. Clear? So this is my transpose. The order of the matrix remains the same. But let me verify whether my answer is correct or not. ये -5 5 -5 यहाँ पे माइनस है, ये माइनस माइनस माइनस, तो सेम का सेम ही आ रहा है. When I get the same result, यानी A is equal to A transpose, it is called a symmetry matrix. Clear? So I think this is the answer that we have verified. Again, we try to understand when we see that the diagonal matrix, identity matrix and a scalar matrix are equal of the transpose since the diagonals are not affected. Diagonal किसको बोलते हैं? इनको बोलते हैं. Now what is identity matrix? What is scalar matrix? What is diagonal matrix? पढ़ रहे, don't worry. Clear? This is symmetry matrix, again an example for you to practice. So at least try it out at home. Diagonal. First understand what is diagonal. Be it a square matrix or a rectangle matrix, this is called a diagonal. पर प्रॉब्लम ये होता है कि स्क्वायर में डायगोनल अच्छा दिखता है, रेक्टेंगल में डायगोनल कैसा आएगा, ऐसा आएगा. So when we talk about diagonal matrix, this matrix is perfect. So the diagonal के definition में skew matrix आता है. Understand the meaning of this? We had understood symmetry matrix where we make use of the diagonal values. So if in a square matrix Aij is equal to minus Aij. Clear? So this was 2, तो इसमें -2 होगा. This was 3, तो इसमें -3 है, तो इसमें 3 होगा. But the condition something about diagonal is given. I repeat once again, if a square matrix, the elements of the ith row and the jth row and the jth column and the ith are equal in magnitude, yani opposite sign, then and the diagonal elements are 0, that means A11, A22, A33, first row, first column, second row, second column, third row, third column are 0. एक छोटा सा एग्जाम्पल दिया है, ये देख रहे हो सारे एलिमेंट 0 है एंड वी टेक द ट्रांसपोज, वी गेट द आंसर. सो दिस इज अ प्रैक्टिस. इफ आई ट्राई टू ट्रांसपोज दिस थिंग, दिस विल बी 0, दिस इज -1, दिस इज 1, दिस इज 0. क्लियर? So this is, but the problem is it is -0 elements are in the diagonal. Clear? Now we have skew symmetry matrix which we have done. We'll understand null matrix. Null means 0. It is defined as either null matrix or 0 matrix. All the elements in the matrix, be it 1 cross 1, 2 cross 2, column matrix, row matrix, square matrix, but all the elements are 0, then that matrix is called null matrix. Next we have, again these are the different examples. Now we understand once again back to this diagonal where we have to focus on 1, 1, 1. What is that? Identity matrix. So identity matrix again मैंने बताया था square का importance. So square matrix in which all the diagonal elements जैसे मैंने ये कहा है वो anything else नहीं हो सकते, only one we have. But the rest other elements are 0, then it is called null matrix, identity matrix. Clear? सारे एलिमेंट्स 0 है पर डायगोनल एलिमेंट्स 1 है, तो उसको हम यूनिट मैट्रिक्स और आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स कहते हैं. क्लियर? देयर आर, व्हाट हैपेंस हियर इज 2 क्रॉस 2, 3 क्रॉस 3, क्योंकि आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स को दूसरा नाम देते हैं I2 एंड I3. एट टाइम्स आई विल नॉट राइट आइडेंटिटी. If I write I2 means it is 2 cross 2 matrix. If I write I3 means it is 3 cross 3 matrix. Clear? Now we have again वापिस कोई definition आया diagonal का. I think these are the ways how you remember it. पहले 0 था, फिर 1 था. I think these are random numbers. Any number are there. These numbers can be negative, positive. Clear? So a diagonal matrix, proper diagonal matrix का definition, a square matrix where all the elements are 0 except those on the main diagonal. सारे एलिमेंट 0 है पर डायगोनल एलिमेंट्स के नंबर 0 नहीं है. कोई भी नंबर है, हो सकता है कोई अल्फाबेट भी हो सकता है, -1 भी हो सकता है, एनीथिंग लाइक दैट. आई होप, आई थिंक यू आर क्लियर नाउ. डायगोनल एलिमेंट्स में जो नंबर होते हैं, नॉट 1, नॉट एनी अदर कॉमन बट different numbers, then it is called diagonal matrix. Same goes, this is the diagonal matrix. वापिस कुछ आ गया, same number, identify this thing. So how do you identify the MCQs when few MCQs examples are given? Identify the matrix. So focus on this thing. Here we see that it is all are same. यानी एक number है पर वो सब diagonals में same है, and that matrix is called a scalar matrix. Clear? So I think in the properties of transpose, we have understood the concept of scalar. Scalar is a number which is common in the whole matrix. पर यहाँ पे क्या है, ये सारा जीरो है तो कुछ कॉमन नहीं आता, पर ये तीन जो नंबर है वो सेम है other than zero, and hence it is called a scalar matrix. Examples of scalar matrix, this is -1. I think it is identity, but it is 1. It can be fraction also. So don't be precise कि नहीं positive ही होना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए. It can be any number. Clear? Well, these are the definitions. Decimal में भी लिखा है. That is also possible. This design is something different. Triangular matrix. So a square matrix whose elements above or below, वापिस आ गया diagonal का कुछ concept, are all zero. यानी कई बार मैट्रिक्स के ऊपर जीरो होता है, कई बार मैट्रिक्स के बिलो जीरो होता है. सो आई कैन से x जो है इसमें नीचे जीरो है, y जो है उसमें ऊपर जीरो है. सो व्हाट आर द नेम्स ऑफ दिस मैट्रिक्स? बट ओवरऑल जो है डेफिनेशन उसको ट्रायंगुलर मैट्रिक्स कहते हैं कि डायगोनल के ऊपर जीरो, डायगोनल के नीचे जीरो. Let us understand, this is called upper triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix यानी ऊपर ट्रायंगल बन रहा है पर नीचे जीरो हो रहा है. So a square matrix whose elements below the main diagonals are zero is called, ये जीरो है यानी ये कोई नंबर है तो ट्रायंगल ऊपर बनता है, and that is how you can relate. I don't know, this is my method of remembering. Probably you can remember with another method. Clear? Same goes with lower triangular matrix, a square matrix whose elements above the main diagonals are all zeros. यानी यहाँ पे ये ट्रायंगल नहीं है पर ट्रायंगल यहाँ पे बनता है, या ऊपर सारे जीरो है, so it is called lower triangular matrix. So student, till now we have done, or why? Because we have to understand how to do the sum. So different sums, before knowing the definitions, we cannot understand the sums. Clear? So what you have to do is learn the definitions, write down any number, list out how many definitions are there, and probably you can start solving it. Now operations. What are operations? Operations are nothing but addition. वो वाला operation नहीं. Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So let us understand step by step. I think this is one thing which is left, that is equality of two matrices. Two matrices are called same when all the elements are same. Then we say that it is called equal matrix, equality of the matrix. So two matrices are said to be equal only when the corresponding elements are same. Clear? Now we have addition and subtraction. 2 plus 2, उसको addition बोलते हैं. 2 minus 2, this is called this thing. The same goes with the matrices also, wherein you should focus on. What you have to focus? Let's see. The sum or difference of two matrices is possible if the order of two matrices. क्योंकि जब मुझे ताली लगानी है तो I need another hand in front of me. Just understand, this is only possible. With this, the clap is not possible. If I want to shake hand, I need something else. So it has to be same. So the focus is that I want to add this to matrix or subtract to this matrix. This is matrix A, this is matrix B. Clear? This is 2, 3, 1, 5, 1, 0, minus 1, 2. Write down any number for practice. That should not be any notes. When you know the concept that the order of the matrix is same, I think you can very well make your sense. Now the point is, मैंने बताया कि clap करना है, I need the same thing, that is the hand. That means now when I want to add the matrix, 1 1 correspondence होगा. If I want to add, I will add with 5. So it is 2 plus 1, it is 3 plus 0, it is 1 minus 1, 5 minus 2. तो उसका रिजल्ट उस तरफ से आ जाएगा. What is the answer? Clear? So in short, what I am adding, Cij जो नया result आएगा, that will be 3, 3, 0 and 3. This is the result of my matrix. Addition and subtraction, the sum of two matrices is possible if the order is same. Matrices of different size cannot be ordered. This is very important to understand, that addition and subtraction can't be different in terms when the order are different. So, chalo practice karte hain. Let us add these two matrices. So the sum and addition is possible because the order is same. पहले मैंने क्या चेक किया, मेरा order चेक किया, same है, खुश हो जाओ, smile on your face, add corresponding elements. यानी in I want to add this 3, I should take only this corresponding 2 2, C का 2 2, B का 2 2. Clear? Now this is an example. 5 2 5 3 1 6 4 0. Add this thing. So the first element then goes with the next element, goes with this element. 5 plus 2 is 7, 4 plus 4 is 8, 0 plus 5 is this. I think 3 marks on 3. Good, very good. चलो खुद पढ़ते हो, खुद पढ़ाते हो. Clear? Another example बताया है. 3 ये जो है उसको मैं add कर रही हूँ. बीच में क्यों माइनस किया? Because I want to subtract. That is one rule. यहां पे क्या है, माइनस साइन है, दिस इज 6. सो 6 माइनस, स्टूडेंट प्लीज पे अटेंशन, जब भी कोई वैल्यू में माइनस होता है, ऑलवेज पुट द ब्रैकेट माइनस साइन. माइनस एंड माइनस विल गिव मी प्लस. That means it will give me 6 plus 9 is equal to 15. I think I should not teach you all this thing, but just a revision to you. Clear? A minus B, again we have understood 5 3 0 2 1 0, बीच में माइनस साइन है, तो 6 minus 1 5 आएगा, अरे 5 ही है. 3 minus minus 1, so 3 minus minus 1, and that will give me 3 plus 1, that is equal to 4. Clear? Now again a few definitions. I think last time taking for scalar. Scalar, a matrix is multiplied by a scalar, a constant number. Very good example to explain you. During the lecture, if I give Cadbury to one student, will it do? I don't think it will do. I have to give it to all the students. So यहाँ पे भी ऐसा है कि अगर मैं यहाँ पे 3 लिख रही हूँ, these are the elements of the matrix. I have to multiply to this, not only to the first row, not to the first column, but to all the columns. Clear? So we will have 3 into 2, that is 6, 3, 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, and we get the answer. But concept is, to all the elements, something that is common is termed as a scalar. And since the product here is there, we say it is a scalar multiplication of the matrix. I think these are the properties. दो matrix में अगर K है, if I say that I am celebrating something, if I give to something, some chocolates to A division, I have to give it to B divisions. So I think I have to find it out, this thing. If A is multiplied back, that also gives the answer. AB product multiply किया है और K करते हो, तो K into AB will give me same result as A into K into B. It is same as 2 into 3 is same as 3 into 2 if it is a simple number. पर ऑर्डर ऑफ मैट्रिक्स जो मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं वो अलग होता है. क्लियर? नाउ दिस इज अ स्मॉल एग्जाम्पल. इफ k इज इक्वल टू 4, तो फाइंड आउट के बी और फाइंड आउट बी के, सिंपल टर्म्स. तो मैंने पहले k लिखा, ये b है, सॉरी b मैट्रिक्स में k इज 4, मल्टीप्लाई टू ऑल द एलिमेंट्स, द रिजल्ट इज दिस थिंग. And then we have scalar multiplication के जो operations हमने किए, KB को multiply किया, I got the same results. So probably students, you have understood that how do I multiply? That is 5 into this thing. So 5 into 2, 3, 6, 1, 1, 7, 2, 0, 1. And the answer of my matrix that will turn to 5k, that is equal to 10, 15, 30, 5, 5, 35, 10, 0. You are faster or I am faster? Let me check. Oh, I have done it. I think you have also done it. So this is the case, and this gives my final answer. I think student, you have understood different types of sums where we have to do दो चीज ऐड कर रहे, स्केलर माइनस साइन. तो ए को सिर्फ रखना है 5 से, बी को रखना है 4 से, दोनों के बीच माइनस साइन करनी है. That means 5a minus 4b. So first we will multiply a to 5, then b to 4 and do the operations. A is multiplied to 5 times, b is multiplied to 4 times. Clear? I think there is a mistake here. Clear? So I have multiplied this product and this is the result. That is the final result that we are having it. I hope student you have understood the meaning of matrices. Student, this chapter is quite easy and I thank you all of you for listening to me, but it's a request to you, write down any number, start solving the operations, plus minus multiplication and the definitions that we have used it. Once again, thank you to all. See you in the next lecture. Thank you all of you.